Waddle. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Boys from the Baltic Star. It is Saturday night. It's late. My apologies. My camera's still wonky, as you can see, so I'm using some weird overlay. But the best news of all is I get to spend some time now with three wonderful, wonderful people, and I'm quite excited. And we are spending some time carrying on with our Villagers game, our game that we created, set in a fictional parish on the south coast of England, and a murder has been committed, a dastardly murder. And we'll get into that in a second. But first things first, we're going to run for about an hour and 20, hour and 25 tonight, not a long one. So I might not break unless my compatriots tell me I have to. And so stay for as long or short as you want, chat or stay quiet, whatever you fancy doing. It's a chill stream. The vibes are good. Not as good as last night, but they're still pretty good. And hopefully we can bring some enjoyment this Saturday evening. So my name is Luke. I'm in the bottom right-hand corner. Hello. I will be leading us through the story this evening, in as much as I will be responding to what our three glorious sleuths tell me. First up, let's go clockwise. Oh dear, my camera's doing the thing where it reverses it, so now I look like an idiot. Let's go clockwise. Let's go clockwise. Oh God, it takes me getting used to. To my brother from another mother, the housewife's favourite, the Floofmeister. It is Ewan. Good evening, Ewan. How are you?
Hello, Luke. I'm very good, thanks. I'm very good. How are you?
I've been better, I've been worse. You know, life goes on. C'est la vie. All those things.
Yeah. All those lyrics.
All the lyrics rolled into one. Tell me, who is your sleuth, and what would his favourite song be?
Oh, it's a very good question. On both counts, I have no idea. Sorry, I'm done for the night. No, my sleuth is Arthur McBride, the Scottish-born, currently residing in Southbourne. Kilt wearing, heavy knitwear wearing. Scotsman stroke gameskeeper stroke metal detector with the beagle dog Thistle. I don't know whether it's his favourite song, but I feel it's in keeping with his backstory, having been born in Scotland and now living in England. I would have to say both sides of the Tweed.
Oh,
I don't know if you're familiar. It's obscure.
I'll pretend I am. Oh,
yeah, thanks.
Good choice. Good choice. Right, that's enough cleverness from you for now. We're gonna
questionable.
If we're going to talk about clever, we need to talk about the man above you, to be honest, because he's the smartest man in any room. Lives his entire life in the Twin Peaks dream sequence and is found being carried around Faversham on the backs of 6 heavily oiled, topless Eastern European gentlemen. Here's the Queen of Faversham. It is Ben. Good evening, Ben. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Yes, I am well. A little bit of a cough, so I do apologise if I cough a bit this evening.
It just adds to your husky demeanour.
It does. Yes. I have a voice that is deep and gravelly tonight.
So ladies, turn your speakers sideways on the floor. And who was the shock jock that did that? I can't remember now. Is it Howard Stern? Howard Stern.
Oh, right. Yeah. Only a bit less American, perhaps.
Just a little bit. My question to you, Ben, is could you please tell me who your sleuth is? And right now in the story, would you say they're sort of going more towards the gin of hope or the chaser of despair?
My investigator is Postman Andy Lyon, and he is an enthusiastic local collector and pillar of the community. And right now, I feel it's on the cusp. I think the gin of hope can still be tasted, but the chaser of despair may be rearing its ugly head soon.
And this is sort of a really personal case for you because it involves a Morris dancer, of course.
Exactly. And I mean, obviously, I'm one of those people who is tough on Morris dancers, and tough on the causes of Morris dancers. Um, so I'm finding myself conflicted because I believe in law and order, but it's hard to muster a great deal of sympathy for the Morris dance community. Yeah, it's a tough one for me.
And speaking of tough ones, we have one of our favourite people in the world coming all the way over from across the waters. You're loud and clear tonight. I really appreciate this. A,
Oh,
a,
wow.
a great mind, my great rival, the besmirchiest of all the besmirchers. It is Sparrow. Good evening, Spez. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you? I mean, you've already said a number of times, but I need to hear it.
I'm all right. You know, could be better, could be worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you all right? Yeah. All right. Good. Yeah.
Well, it's cooled off a lot. This
Yeah.
is almost it's been 60 degrees in the morning in like September here, and that's just insane for Georgia. I've really been enjoying it. Other people have been putting a jacket on. So,
So this is a bit more like where you're from, really.
yes,
Still a bit warm for you.
such a relief.
Now, I think this is why we like you so much on the channel, because you always talk about the weather
Oh,
when we introduce you, and I think we respect that a lot as Brits. I think
well,
it means
for a
that
minute there, it depended on, whether or not I could be there, you know?
so you're the most British of all the non-Brits we know, and we love you for it.
Aw. Well, I am from New England, so
It's true.
our accent is actually closer to what yours used to be.
Oh dear.
The longer I'm down here, the stronger it gets.
Yeah.
It's almost self-defense. I think I said pass the other day instead of pass.
This is fantastic.
Didn't do anybody any favors. I'm not flattening a damn thing.
Oh man. Well, speaking of funny foreign types, your sleuth is also a foreign type,
Yes.
finding himself abroad. Could you tell us a bit about the sleuth and what his favourite thing about living in England is?
Well, Bob Lewis, who is my investigator, is the organ player for St. Matthew's Church, and the thing that he loves about England is how dignified it is to be an inveterate gossip. As long as you have a title that says that you can talk to people, you can just sit down and enjoy your cup of tea and the other cup of tea that you're sharing, and it's fantastic. It's lovely here.
It is. Oh, you say such wonderful things, and Bob has very much been welcomed into the community of Southbourne.
Yes.
Like they welcome many foreign types, just like Arthur, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So
They like his accent better usually.
wow, who wouldn't? Quite frankly, it's a
fair.
beautiful thing. Right, shall we get started? I suppose the clock is a ticking in real life and in the game.
We've just had a very exciting moment.
Oh, we have. That's a terrifying moment. Let's get back to that moment. So, I suppose an introduction is in order. Life in the parish of Southbourne is never dull. Whether it was practicing with the Bowls Club for their regular matches against other nearby villages, or helping to run the WI bake sales at the endless church, school, winter, harvest, or summer fairs, Cynthia Biggleton's life had really picked up since moving to Fletcham after the unfortunate death of her husband Martin. True, the large amount of money he had left her in his will had helped a lot, helping her to buy a very charming cottage in a historic village, enabling her to go on regular cruises twice a year, and ensuring she could eat out at the Armitage Hotel, Carnegie's, Sense and Sensibility, and the Bengal Tiger several times a week. She also enjoyed casually wandering over to St Jude's Church during the week to sit in the pews and listen to the delightful bell ringing of the local campanologists. True, it wasn't to everyone's tastes, but she thoroughly enjoyed it. Unfortunately for Cynthia Biggleton, little did she know that the campanologists would not be ringing the bells this coming week. For one of their number, Hugo Carstairs, had just been murdered earlier this afternoon. Worst of all, he'd been murdered in the rather lower class Waltham Bridge at the beer festival in a pub. Hugo Carstairs' murder was as of yet unsolved. Local police inspector DCI Cornwall had been called to the scene of the crime at the Brewer's Tap pub and, with time limited, had called upon 3 local amateur sleuths to help him solve the case before 9:30 p.m, when the out-of-parish police force would be sweeping in to take control of the case. This wasn't a good outcome for fiercely proud Southbourne DCI Cornwall, who preferred his sleuths finding the killer before this deadline. Indeed, with just 15 minutes before the arrival of the pathology team to the pub, it would now be impossible for the sleuths to return to the crime scene at all. Still, our 3 heroes were currently busy down in the seaside village of St James, having taken the beer bus, the boozy, sweaty minibus put on by the parish as part of the Waltham Bridge Beer Festival, even boozier and sweatier this year because of the 30-degree sun currently beating down on the parish with no cloud for it to hide behind. Cynthia Biggleton knew 2 of the sleuths relatively well. One, nobody-kneed Andy Lyon, had been her postman since she'd moved in, and she'd seen him at several of the semi-regular antiques markets that took over the Fletcher Market Square from time to time. He was much younger than her, of course, but would always say hello and ask after her cat Falstaff. Bob Lewis, an older gentleman of similar age to her, was the church organist at the Catholic Church in Waltham Bridge, a man with sharp, knife-like elbows, and always wore his shirts and slacks in any weather, as most men of his age invariably end up choosing to do so. The third man she'd never had the pleasure of meeting, but would have adored his charming beagle Thistle. Arthur McBride chose not to travel off the island off Cliffsand if he didn't have to, preferring his simple games-keeping life, with the beautiful Shipwreck Arms pub in St Philip's Point being the perfect end to every day. These 3 have been investigating the murder of Hugo Carstairs for nearly 3 hours now, and feeling that their investigations had been exhausted in Waltham Bridge, they made their way to St James to call in on Cherie Wayne, the wife of David, who is a member of Carstairs' Morris dancing team, the Southbourne Morris. Their time in Waltham Bridge had been somewhat fruitful, with a few new leads and dead ends revealing themselves. A list of his fellow Southbourne Morris men was their first lead, swiftly followed by the phone number of one Sylvie LeBonc, who had been getting rather close and friendly to one of the Southbourne Morris, Stephen Cochrane. By the time our heroes had found the list of names, Southbourne Morris had scattered. Sylvie had left to return home to her patisserie in St James. Terence Wick and Cochrane, who had been drinking at Café Olay, had given more information to the sleuths before Cochrane had rushed off to find Sylvie. Realising his dancing day was over, Neil Portman coped with the death of his friend by taking on an extra shift at the halfway house near Stanton. It was likely that Bill Case had returned to Ye Olde Computer Shop in Fletcham, while retired David Wayne was probably on his way back to St James. Suspecting a poisoning and smelling highwayman's ale on the deceased's breath, the sleuths followed that line of investigation, finding that Neil was also drinking highwayman's, while Stephen was on the lager and Terence on the boomhole. Terence believed that neither Bill nor David were on the highwayman's, but remembered that Hugo Carstairs had complained of the beer being off, causing landlord Lenny McDuffie to change the barrel. Discussion had led to the possibility of Hugo not being the target, or glasses being poisoned perhaps. Before they had left Waltham Bridge, our sleuths had chanced upon Father Noel and the chair of the WI, Catherine Staples, and had chatted to them about the murder while in the grounds of St Matthew's Church. While Father Noel had seemed confused and concerned about the murder, Catherine reacted rather differently, her back stiffening and declaring that she knew Hugo and strongly disliked Morris dancers. It appears she isn't the only one. St James so far has brought a few new pieces of information. A petition to stop the bell ringing to save the bats had the names of Catherine's coffee group on it, while Cherie Wayne appeared evasive when the sleuths went to her house, not answering their knock and then telling them she'd been in bed all day, aside from signing the bat petition at 9 a.m. that is. The loud bells from the neighbouring church paused conversation for a minute or two, before Andy went in with the big guns, accusing her of having an affair with Hugo Carstairs, a shocking accusation that she denied. What one final revelation rocked Cherie as Andy revealed to her that Hugo had been murdered. It is 4:10 p.m, and Cynthia Biggleton is sat drinking a Pimm's in her back garden, soaking in the sun and wondering if anyone will ever discover that it was her who brutally murdered her own husband. Okay, that's one for you for another day. So I guess you're looking to see the response of one Cherie Wayne.
Yes, that's right.
Ooh.
I believe it was. I take you can all roll for this.
Mhm.
As she answers, I'd like you all please to roll. We can do our first roll of the day. So you all need a D10 because
Oh, God.
anything
Right.
is possible. Anything is possible.
D10.
If anyone I'll give you a choice of two here. You can go for villaging, schmoozing, and gossip,
Okay.
or you could go for sleuthing, snooping, and misleading.
Okay.
Either of those two. Now, please roll those. If you get a 1, you succeed. If you get 2 2s, you succeed. 2 1s, you're going to get a boon. A single 2 is a partial.
Can I make an argument for interrogates, sleuthing, whatever the other one is, and interrogate?
Police work, interrogate.
Sleuthing, police work, interrogate. I'll take it. Sleuthing, police work, interrogate. Yep.
Thank you very much. I wasn't sure which one it fell in because of the way I've written them down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing villaging, schmoozing, gossip. That's acceptable, yeah?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay.
I have a fairly good roll.
Oh.
I have a 1 and a 2.
Okay, so you're good for it.
I
Ben?
have a 1 and 4 2s.
Oh, you're very much clued in.
Blimey.
He's on it tonight, isn't he? He's straight on.
I only rolled 5 dice, and they all came up ones or
my
2s.
goodness.
Keep that going. I like it.
And
I obviously passed mine out to everyone else. I got a 10, a 3, 4, and a 5.
Oh no!
big miss for you. Obviously, Arthur trying his best at sort of interrogation has. I'm guessing that Thistle may have caught wind of something and sort of caught your attention a little bit, and you're not quite paying attention. The two of you
This normally plays the bad cop.
yeah, exactly.
Too much.
Absolutely. The other two are in on it though. They sort of you're watching her well. She pauses. She's like, "Yeah, I know."
Okay.
David told me that he was dead, and that no one knows what it was. And he thinks there's foul play.
What time did he tell you?
He came back not long ago, went straight to the pub. He looked shaken. Have you been to the pub in St James, the Origin?
Not yet.
That's where he said he
Yes.
was going. He might have, that's what he said, but sometimes he walks along the coast if he needs to clear his head, but he looked like he was in a drinking mood.
You didn't feel like joining him to console him or support him after he's just lost clearly a very close friend.
Well, as I said, I've not been feeling well today. Took my early walk, but since then I've just been sat here at home. He'll be home when he wants my consoling. You know what men are like. They find their best way to console themselves in a bottle of a drink or looking out over the blustery ocean. I'm here when he's ready.
Mm. Mm.
Now, is there anything else I can do for the three of you gentlemen?
Do I get any sense that she's trying to be deceptive?
With your role, you can't. With your very good role, she seems honest. She knows, as far as you can tell, when she said David told her, there's no reason that came across as anything other than the truth, and that she said that David was out somewhere also seems legit from what you can tell.
Is there any sign of conflict around?
That's a very good question. That. Give me a sleuthing police work evidence for me, please.
Okay. Just a second, I have to sleuthing, and then police work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Sleuthing police work
So I can,
evidence.
well, I kind of lose the thread after the police work.
Oh no.
That's okay.
No special.
It is what it is. Interrogating sounded a lot more interesting at the time of selection. No, nothing.
Nothing.
I guess.
You can't see anything.
Yeah.
Where you. To be fair, you've been upstairs. You've been into sort of a bit of the kitchen. You've been into a bit of the living room, and you can't see anything. But
Bob's kind of particular, but he's not too hard on Mrs. Lewis. About the upkeep. So I guess he doesn't notice.
It's not his specialism.
Actually, do you mind? Would you mind terribly if I used your toilet whilst my friends ask the last few questions, and then I'm sure we'll be on our way soon. It was a long journey on the beer bus, and he sort of winces a little bit to show his disdain.
Yeah, of course. Go up the stairs, and it's straight ahead.
Thank you. Thanks.
If I might just ask one more question.
Just what? Just one more thing?
Just one more thing.
Yes.
At what time do you remember? Did you sign the petition of the Southbourne Bat Owl and Squirrel Society?
Oh. I signed for the bats, as I said before, about 9 o'clock.
This morning?
This morning.
Fascinating. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I suppose you two would like to wait inside for your friend, or would you like to wait outside for him to join you?
If you can put up with us for a moment longer, I think we'll wait until he joins us before leaving.
Okay, well, if you'll excuse me, I need to take some clothes out of the washing machine.
Please, don't mind us.
She sort of nods at you two and sort of scampers back through into sort of the kitchen area. You hear the pop of the washing machine.
So did we come downstairs for that conversation, or was that confrontation upstairs?
You are downstairs. So you went upstairs, but then she came back down. You sort of went through the kitchen, and she led you into the sort of the living room area.
Okay, very good. Okay. So not a place to have a private conversation while she is in the kitchen. Gotcha.
Depends how whispery you want to be, I guess.
Well, it's been like 40 minutes since the last beer. I'm not sure. Throat's a little dry.
Look, I'd very much, once I get upstairs, what's the arrangement up there? Door in front of me.
So as you get up to the top of the stairs on the landing,
yeah,
you have a door to the left, which was to their bedroom, which is one that she came out of previously. And then at the top of the landing in front of you So on a different wall. So door to the left at the top of the landing, their room. Door
Yeah.
in front of you is where she said the bathroom. It's ajar, and from what you can tell, there is that sort of lino-y floor that you can see.
Not
And
going
then,
in.
and then you've got the landing continues down to the right, maybe like 5 meters. There's a small, like a bureau type, a small table with a couple of little drawers in it, and some flowers, a vase with flowers. And then at the end, there's another room, but the door to that one is shut.
He will open the bedroom door very quietly.
Her bedroom door.
Yes, please.
Okie dokie. I'm going to make you roll for that, I think.
Tractor driving?
Definitely tractor driving.
I think that goes without saying, doesn't it? Bit of tractor driving. Now this
Lay of the land feels appropriate.
Lay of the land. See, for me, this feels like I'm going to put it down to lock picking. It's not look picking, but it's that sort of thing. It's snooping, isn't it? Let's go sleuthing, snooping, lock picking.
Oh no!
Now, when we finish up these rules, we were talking about having generic, weren't we? Where we then use your agility for this. But
Yeah.
we need to finalise that. That will be in the final rule set.
Yeah. Well, I just gotta hope. Okay. That's a 1 out of 3.
You sort of lift the latch. It's like a little black iron latch, and the door opens very quietly. There's a sort of a gap underneath the door, so it doesn't catch on anything, and it swings open nicely for you, smoothly, quietly.
We'll tentatively go inside, I suppose, and look around. Does it look like the kind of place that somebody's spent the whole day in?
The window is open, so that the smell of someone just sort of living goblin style in a bedroom for the day. There's no smell. It smells quite fresh. There's flowers in there by the window. She looks like a lady that likes to have the flowers up. Well, her garden used to be full of lovely flowers until their stems got broken.
Oh.
It was like 2 stems.
The whole garden's ruined.
Oh my God.
You have the wardrobes, which are generally closed. You've got the chair of shame, that's got some clothes over the back. It's never used to sit on. It's used for clothes.
Yeah.
It is a double bed with very nice looking sheets. No duvet, of course, because it is very warm at the minute. One of the pillows is pushed up and a bit poofy, with a bit of a head indentation, but that might be because she's been lying in it. It might be just because she's not poofed the pillow. There is an empty mug of tea there, cold, so you wouldn't know how long ago, and a puzzle book. And then there's like a small pile of mail next to it.
1 mug of tea, 1 indented pillow, not 2.
The other pillow, it looks like the other side of the bed has been more quickly made, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And judging from what's on the side, that the made up bed looks like it's David's.
Yeah. And 1 mug of tea
on her side. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Very quickly then, just so that I've got all the information that clearly Andy's after. He'll run over to the window and just look out and make sure there's no damage from somebody scampering out of the window or.
Oh, hey, your house, Max.
Yeah, someone clinging on for dear life outside the window.
No, there's not. There's no secret lover or murderer or anything dangling from the window. The only tracks through the window appear to be a couple of snapped flower stems.
Ooh. Thanks. And then very quickly, He will. He's very aware that he probably hasn't got very long, so he'll very quickly look through the mail. Just fan it out. Won't move it.
Fan mail.
Yeah, fan the mail, and just see if there's any identifying what they look like, I guess.
Okay, let me roll a dice to check something. Right, there are four items of mail there. One appears to be a bill with the sort of the top bit sticking out. It's an electric bill. It's not red. It's not like it's a danger one. It's just like you owe 70 quid. You know, it's your bill.
I thought you meant it hadn't been opened for a minute. It's not red.
No, it's not red. There's a letter from the Saga magazine people, because of course there is, saying about their subscription. They sort of the subscription's renewed for the next year. There's a letter which isn't open, but it looks official. It looks like it's from a government, like a driving, like maybe a speeding or something to do with driving or something like that. But that's not open. And there is one letter which has been opened, which looks hand delivered. It just has Cherie and David written on it, and that has been opened. The letter is inside that, but it is open. Do you wish to open that?
He'll take the letter out.
Okay. The letter.
Sorry,
are you looking at it, or are you just watching wrestling? Yes. A-W-W-E. See, now I'm off on the wrestling now. Sorry, now I need to draw myself back in again.
Distracted. Okay. No, he'll put everything back on the side as it was with the envelope still there, and he'll pocket the letter and quickly scamper out to the toilet, shutting the door.
Oh, this is the sort of thing I need to write down.
As quietly as possible.
Arthur pockets a private letter.
Good work, man.
Oh dear, oh dear.
And we're on the trail of a murder here. This could be important. If not, it will be gossip, which Bob will love.
So it's win-win as far as you're concerned.
So it's win-win. Yeah.
There's no loss there. Okay, cool.
Bob doesn't even need another drink at this point. He's rival church drama. Oh, they don't like the bells. They're a little fussy.
The bat population is down 85%. Did you hear?
No. So where are you scamping out from? Are you going downstairs? Are you going to the toilet?
No, he'll go into the toilet, and he'll put the seat down, flush the toilet, and wash his hands, and then go down.
Okay. You go down to see the back door sort of opening, and Cherie heading out with like a washing basket under her arm to sort of head out into the garden. And you see your two colleagues mooching around in the living room.
Shall we? Is everyone ready?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Sort of, yes, just like that, just rubbing his hands together a little bit. Yes.
Yeah.
You can say
yes. I feel we are overdue at the origin.
Where's our host?
She's headed out back to do laundry.
Yes, she had to empty the washing machine.
Yes. So shall we?
Yes, indeed.
Beagle, Hill.
Beagle, you're not giving him a name now. Beagle.
Thistle.
Well, sometimes, sometimes you just got to call a dog a dog. Apparently.
Why not?
I feel like you, Ewan, just needed to remind everybody who might not know that the dog that you have is adorable
An adorable
because of the
beagle.
breed.
Yeah.
Yes. How else
Thanks.
are they going to know unless you say
Yeah.
beagle?
It's true.
Yeah.
And bring it up as often as possible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whenever they're introduced.
Exactly.
Whenever Arthur introduces them.
Beagle named
Thanks,
Thistle.
thanks, Barry.
No problem.
Back him up. You walk out into. You've kind of forgotten how warm it is out there. As you walk back out of the house, the heat hits you. You are on Finnick Farm Lane. It's quiet. The car park opposite is pretty full. There are people wandering down that beautiful row of. As you look to your left, streaming down the walkway down the hill. Of course, so the hill above you can look up down to the beach below, and they're walking down that pathway past the shops, across the road, down past the B&B, and then down past the ice cream stalls onto the beach. There seems to be a steady stream of people to and fro in there, but no one really coming down this road, as it were.
Yeah.
I suppose before we reach the pub, I should probably come clean to you both. It felt a little bit, suspicious. Things felt a little bit off in the house, I will say. And I mostly wanted to double check Andy's theory. So I checked on Cherie's bedroom whilst I was up there.
Oh.
There was no one there. There was no one in there. I did check the window was open. I checked obviously outside for any damages or people. There were none, I'm afraid. And one side of the bed looked like it hadn't been slept in since it was made this morning, though one had. I did, however, happen to find this, and he'll pull out of his pocket the note amongst her mail. There were 4 letters. One was hand delivered and opened, and this was inside.
Well, what does it say?
And he'll open it up. Well, it says.
It says. Okay. The letter is a handwritten letter. It's dated the 16th of August.
Okay.
No, it can't be dated the 16th of August. That's absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, ignore that. It's the 16th of August. Sorry, yeah, 16th of August. For goodness sake. And it's from Millie LeBlanc.
Okay.
Did you say Millie? Sorry.
Millie LeBlanc, yeah.
Also on the list.
Also on the list. It's polite. These are part of the coffee group, of course. So it's my dearest Cherie, etc., etc., etc. Hope you're well, etc., etc., etc. But the crux of the matter, it says that due to the unbearable noise, other members of the coffee group have decided to meet at Phyllis Chumley's cottage across town for the foreseeable future. But they hope that Cherie will still join them as usual. But they're finding the noise from the church far too noisy.
Right.
So they're having to move across town to Phyllis Chumley's lovely cottage. And they hope Cherie will still join them as usual.
Excellent.
Okay, yep. Gotcha. That is deeply upsetting.
I assume Chumley is spelt the way I assume it is.
No, not the old-fashioned way. Just Chumley.
Okay, fair enough.
The basic bitch way.
The basic bitch way of spelling
Chumley. Yeah.
It seems as though this could be something that might upset Cherie. Do you think?
The motives just keep stacking up.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so link back to the bell ringing. Look, really weird question. Are there any signs of distress on the note? Like, somebody receives it
Tears
and
are it.
Right. Yes.
punches it
Good
up.
question.
It's not
Tear stains.
screwed up into a ball at any one point, or
Started to tear it.
yeah.
How dare they take hostessing duties away from her?
Well, these things matter in small villages.
They do.
Oh, they do. You're very right.
I've
That
been an events committee person. It matters a lot.
There's not. If you're looking for any other information, there's Millie's phone number. It's headed paper, right? From the note of Millie LeBlanc or whatever. There's her phone number, but there's no scrumbles or scrapes or anything like that, or tear drops, or angry tears.
Okay.
Well, best keep that safe. We might need that very soon.
Well, I was in two minds. It could of course be important motive, or some form of motive, but also I kind of wanted to get it back, and I thought, seeing as we're going to the pub to meet, potentially talk to her husband, we could perhaps try and slip it into a pocket, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a little bit, we might get him in trouble. That might be quite interesting. It might lead to some good gossip.
Well, particularly if the letter arrived after he left. You said hand delivered, right?
Yes, hand delivered. Yeah, that's true.
Unless they met on the walk.
I'll tell you what. I'll pass it over to you to do with what you wish. Better keeping than in my hands, I'm sure.
Sure. Bob takes it from him, tucks it in carefully into, the ream of other papers he has in his back pocket. He's always got something in there. Mostly church programs. With, careful notes written on them, some quotes and such.
Nice.
The usual. And a handkerchief. The extra one.
As their local postman, can I spot anything remotely unusual about the envelope? I mean, obviously, you said it was hand
He
delivered.
left the envelope and took the letter to buy time.
So he didn't take the envelope. The letter.
Okay, fair enough. Then, in that case, the other thing I would like to know, if possible, would I recognise Millie's handwriting?
Oh no!
I think we've seen it now a couple of times, and it feels like something that that a postman might get used to.
Ooh. Let's go.
Particularly for a popular community figure. I'm sure she has Christmas card list.
She's apparently very popular.
Let's go. I'm going to give you two things. You can go villaging, organising committees, or sleuthing police work evidence, but I will give you a extra D6 for your job.
Okay. Then I will go sleuthing, police work, evidence. I don't actually have any police work or evidence, but I do have 2d8s for sleuthing.
So take a D10, 2d8,
And
and
I'll
D6.
take a D10, 2d8, and D6. Yeah.
Just try and hit a 1 or 2 twos.
I have a 1 and 1 2.
You recognise the writing. You see it in letters between when you're handing them in to these other ladies and things like that, it's recognisable writing. You would be pretty sure that it belongs to one of those ladies.
Okay, fair enough. In other words, there's nothing that I immediately think, no, this is suspicious.
No.
That's fine.
Yeah. The paper, in fact, if with that roll, I'll tell you as well, that paper is sort of a lavender paper, and you've delivered lavender envelopes with that sort of writing on as well, like part of a writing set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Understood. Okay. Yes. So I effectively am, not alarmed by the content of the note. Which essentially means we do have a couple of leads to follow up. We should try and see if we can catch David, I think. And I feel strongly we should do that immediately because I'm getting powerful thirsty.
I am glad that's been mentioned though, because you wouldn't think of it to look at Arthur, but he has read Andy's monograph on the different types of paper and their historical origins, the locales around Southbourne. But yes, pub.
Superb. Yes. Let's do pub. I assume that, the quickest way is straight up Ocean View Road, isn't it? I'm just wondering if there's anything we need to be looking for as we go.
Signs of him, I don't know, throwing
aside from the
wild
wonderful Ocean
poison
View.
on his way back.
Yeah, that's better, Sparrow. Far more practical than mine.
There's no gun to tuck under, a storm drain or anything, but oh no, I've gotten caught might occur to him in between the house and the pub.
Yeah, if we do encounter someone with an actual T-shirt that says, "I poisoned a Morris dancer today," then we can ask for him to wait there while we go and get a beer, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Also, where did you get that T-shirt printed?
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
But yes, I think Ocean View seems to be, unless you want to take another little walk up the nice little alleyway that you showed us before on the way down.
Well, by all means, we can do that if you prefer.
Oh, it's no preference, just checking in. Let's go to the direct route. You seem awful thirsty, both of you.
Powerful thirsty. Yeah. Okay. So can we head straight up Ocean View Road? I mean, obviously we're keeping an eye for anybody who is suspicious about our presence, because it's becoming plausible that people know what we're asking about now.
That is very true. And when you're talking suspicious people, there are some sober people around here.
Well, that's very suspicious.
Very suspicious indeed. And an English village and a beer festival weekend. You head up Ocean View Road. It's a pleasant road. You're walking the wrong way, really, uphill, away from the Ocean View. The school is on your left, Brunel Primary. And to the right, you've got a good old Collins cheese shop. A beautiful shop. Been there a long time. Fake Tudor, mock Tudor beams and things like that. It's all very nice. The smell of goudas and bries wafting across.
Fabulous.
A small charcuterie corner. He's under pressure, of course, with the smokery coming in and offering a greater selection. But he's got his signs up. Oh, new charcuterie corner, new smoked meats. He's trying his best, but let him come in. But it's pretty empty in there, whereas it looks rammed up at the smokery. But before you get there, you look, and there's the small beer garden of the Origin with a few tables there, full of people, of course. Because even though we're not in the beer festival village, people have come here because it's the coast and it's the overspill, as it were. And as you get to the door of the Origin, the front door of it, there are people hanging around on the pavement, smoking, plastic glasses outside. But as you enter into the Origin, we're into glasses now. There's no reason why not.
Mm-hmm.
The front door leads to a corridor that will go straight through to the back, if I remember correctly, with 2 doors off to the left. They're sort of labelled main and snug.
Okay. I presume you know the layout of the place, right?
I would say that you and Arthur definitely know. I don't know if Bob's been here to drink before.
Okay. Then can I suggest to Arthur that he go in through the main bar door and I'll go in the snug bar door and I'll do the loop around the chimney stack and meet him back at the front, just in case David's sitting down in one or the other.
Yeah, yes, of course. I'm familiar with using the tradesperson entrance. I'll meet you around the other side. Bob, which way do you go?
I'm gonna aimlessly wander around like an old man.
Hoping someone takes pity on you.
Just doing that thing. Things tend to find me in scenarios like this. Let's see what happens.
If either of us make it to the bar, what are you drinking?
I'll let you pick.
Okay.
No.
Thanks.
Let me get the list stuff up. I haven't got it saved on the screen. I'll find you when you get there. Got to do things properly. Oh, there it is. There we go. I got you. Okay. Who are we following first? Whose adventure do we want to chase after?
Let's do Bucky.
Okay. Then I shall keep going down the passageway towards the back. A little peer out into the garden through the glass door, just in case he's settled down outside in the garden.
It's very busy out there. Some sort of laughing and joking. Some younger guys out there. You have no idea what David looks like, of course. There's no one in Morris dancing gear, if that's what you're basing it on.
Well, it's sort of, I naturally think, and I know this isn't a thing, but I naturally think I have a Morris dancer dar, which will make the hackles come up on the back of my neck when I'm in the presence of one. Obviously, that's not literally true. Yeah, I will hook through the back bar and see how busy that is and who's where and when.
Okay. As you go into sort of the snug bar, all the seats are taken, but from your times here in the past when you sort of stopped in after finishing your rounds or something like this is the regulars in here. A couple of the old boys that come in, they sort of recognise you, sort of give you half a wave, half a nod. You sort of, I guess you would kind of know David. No, I said you don't, but it's not a man you really run into. There is no one there in Morris gear, and the guys that you recognise are not David Wayne.
Okay. You know how there's usually one or two regulars in a pub who kind of know everybody?
Yeah.
Could I spot one of those guys?
There's a couple of them. They're sort of sat at the table. There's 2 sat at the table and 1 sort of sat at the bar. The 2 at the table are chatting to each other, and the one at the bar is talking to barmaid there.
I'll try the one at the bar, if I may.
Okie-dokie. It's a very attractive barmaid, so you're going to need to roll to get his attention.
Okie dokie.
Villaging, schmoozing, fitting in, please.
Villaging, schmoozing, fitting in.
Not tractor driving.
Not right now.
Okay.
There was a
Out of all the shows, I would say this role fits into Murder, She Wrote the best. Like, getting the bartender's attention by fitting in is definitely a Lansbury move.
Exactly. You got it.
She's always at home everywhere she goes.
Okay.
He has got a touch of Lansbury about him.
Oh, that's terrible. I have 2 3s and a 6.
It's close, to be fair.
I suspect that's so bad that I completely lose my track and I just end up staring at the barmaid.
Yeah, he sort of he half looks away, but he immediately looks back, and she's early 20s. She's wearing a low cut top and he's leering, quite frankly.
Okay.
And you suddenly catch yourself leering after 15 seconds of silence.
I will, if I may, if I'm able, tear myself away from staring at the barmaid and try the 2 guys sitting at the table instead.
I'm not going to make you roll for that because, to be honest, although they have got breasts to look at, they're each other's and they're not that interested in that. So
Fair enough.
Both the guys look up at you. All right, Andy. How's tricks?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I'd love to sort of stay and chat for a bit, but I'm on a bit of an errand. You haven't seen David Wayne about, have you?
David Wayne. He might be in here. He popped through on his way to the toilet and back. If he's still in, it's main bar or around the side.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Have a good session, guys.
You too.
And I will make my way through the sort of connecting door between the 2 bars to rejoin the route that the others have taken.
Fantastic.
Casting a side glance at the barmaid, of course.
Well, of course. Well, she's used to being glanced at. She sort of half looks at you as if you want a drink, and then realizes you're walking on, and goes back to looking incredibly bored, talking to the other guy.
Don't blame her, frankly.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
So as you're sort of doing all that, Arthur. It's a dog-friendly pub, as they all are in Southbourne.
Otherwise, I wouldn't know it, to be fair. Arthur will he'll clip Thistle's lead on and walk him through to the main bar. He's a lot less subtle, I think, than a dear friend Andy. He'll walk in and look around. I assume I don't see anyone in Morris Dancer's gear.
Make a roll for it. Let's go villaging, schmoozing, fitting in, please.
Oh, wonderful. No, that's the worst I could have got on both dice that I rolled.
Oh, no.
An 8 and a 4.
An 8 and a 4.
Somehow I don't have anything leading up to fitting in, but I do have fitting in.
As you look at, it's busy in the main bar, to be fair. The main bar is like a square shape, but sort of around the corner there is a bit of a built-on extra bit to the building, a bit newer, and the bar curves around. You can't see the full bar, so it's quite. And there are people in that area as well, so you don't see anyone at first glance, but that doesn't mean that he's not in there. There's no queue at the bar right now if you want to jump in, and that's shocking right now. You've hit that golden moment.
As tempted as he is, no, he knows why they're here, and we'll get to the bar eventually. He'll look around, not see anybody in obvious Morris Dancer's gear. I have no idea what David looks like. Just proclaim to the room, David Wayne. David Wayne, are you in here?
Wait, we don't? Weren't we just in his house?
No one bothered looking at any pictures.
True.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, they say sometimes that couples look alike, so maybe you can try that route.
If we only knew what his dog looked like.
But yeah, he'll just proclaim it out to the room and see if anyone looks around or acknowledges.
This appears to be, you've been in a couple of times. Arthur, it's not your favourite pub, but it's your second most local pub. And the barman who's on is a regular barman. He's not just in for the weekend or anything like that. He looks at you and he nods over to the other corner of the bar, around the corner. He says, "It's over there."
Thanks. Head in that general direction.
As you head in that general direction, this is where Andy comes through the door and sort of sees there's the two of you as Arthur and Bob are heading around the corner. So we could have group compacto.
Okay.
Andy, you took your time. Did you get distracted by Sophie? Davis.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Thirsty still, but let's deal with that. I'll get the beers in. What are you having?
You see the sign up. You've got the choice of the Highwayman's Ale, a bitter and hoppy amber ale brewed using local hops and barley, just a hint of Victoria plum.
Mhm.
There is the Boomhole Ale, a rich malty flavour with an underlying note of sweet caramel leading to a firm, robust body, just like Sophie.
Mhm.
The Argus IPA, a crisp, citrusy flavour upon a base of biscuit with earthy undertones. The Fonseca Premium Lager is a lager. And the Witchwood Cider from local apples.
Ooh, a cider.
Okay, a cider. How about you, Arthur?
I'll take the Highwayman's. Wasn't that what our
Yes,
victim was drinking? I'll have one of
absolutely.
those.
It is award winning.
So, if I may, I'm going to get to the bar and ask for a taste of the Highwayman.
Yep. He sort of pours you out a couple of little mouthfuls in a small glass.
Now, I have a reason for this. We know that there was a Highwayman that tasted a little bit off at the other pub.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure this one tastes as expected.
It tastes the same as it's always tasted to you.
Okay, that's good. Then I will have a Highwayman, a Boomhole, and a cider, please.
Yep. Fantastic. That is nice. 2020 prices, so it's not horrific at that point.
No.
£4 plus that, £8.50 plus that. That's probably about £13.50, please.
Can I also just
Oh, the memories.
No.
Yes,
Good times.
Can I glance across at David Wayne and see how far he is down his Boomhole?
You can't see him from where he is.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Then I will take the 3.
And it still sounds like a euphemism.
But it isn't.
Yeah.
But I will I will transport the 3 glasses over to the corner where the others are. And obviously distribute.
Oh, thank you. You're gonna take a sip from each first, though.
Yeah. That's the check.
Nope.
Just got to make sure they all taste correct.
It's a weird character quirk rather than investigation technique.
The kind of character quirk that can get you badly beaten.
That feels like a Fimbria character.
Did you just rub
quirk.
your mustache in my beverage?
Wow.
On the subject of things that sound like euphemisms.
This is where you can see the back of a man. He's got a jacket on, just like a really basic middle-aged man. Brown leather jacket, not cool. It's shapeless, and then underneath there is some very white trousers, and it looks like the bells have long been removed.
Ah.
They ring no more.
You know, that it's morning trousers.
Mm.
But it's like it's got to be at least 4:30 now, surely.
They're slightly stained with booze. That's what makes them afternoon trousers.
Yeah.
Uh,
Excuse me, David.
Yes.
Hi. How are you?
Hello.
Okay. Have we met?
No, we haven't. But I was hoping that we would. Do you mind if we join you?
Looks around at the three of you. Totally no acknowledgement at all about Bob. As for you, let me roll. It's like a faint bit of recognition for Andy, but it's sort of like he can't quite place it in his mind. He doesn't say anything about it. I guess so.
Thanks.
There's only two other chairs though.
That's okay. I can stand. This is Bob. This is Andy. And I'm Arthur.
I'm Bob Lewis, and he offers his hand. I play the organ at St. Matthew's, so we have a lot of overlap. And he reaches his hand out. Not the one that has the cider, though.
A lot of. Well, I'm not a Catholic, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shake your hand anyway.
So how did you hear about Hugo dying today?
Oh wow! Oh God, Bob. I
am the group American, aren't I?
What's this whole well discussion we had earlier on?
I'm sorry, David. Please let me explain. We're part of the police's outreach team, outreach and wellbeing. We're here to make sure that you're okay after the shocking news.
Oh,
and okay after that shocking question.
Oh, Bob. Can you roll a villaging, a schmoozing, and a fitting in, please? And whatever your best dice is out of those, take it and throw it away.
What? Surely they get to keep it because of my wonderful explanation that we're here to deal with their well-being.
Wow.
That stops you from throwing away all the dice.
Oh, you're harsh master.
And what was the last one? Gossip?
Schmoozing and fitting in.
26. Okay. Oh, fitting in? I don't know if I can do that. No, I don't fit in. People fit in with
I made that very obvious.
Because I'm old.
Well,
it doesn't matter. Because the die I would need to throw away is a 3.
David only looks a few years younger than you, to be honest. He's definitely late sort of 60s. Got a look about him. He's slumped. He sort of looks at you. He sort of says, "Americans." Goes back to his drink. I quite like him actually. He's growing on me.
I'm sorry, David. I'm sorry. It must have been a shock for you. Can we get you a drink?
He sort of looks down at his nearly finished pint. Looks distrustfully at Bob, but then looks at you, Arthur, who's tried his best. And Boomal, but send the American to get it.
He just goes. It's fine. But he takes the cider with him because it might be a bit of a wait.
Yeah, it's true. A small. The golden period of there being no queue has vanished, and it seems like there is a few people there. Yeah.
As he goes, Bob will like just kind of clasp. I'm sorry, Ewan. Your character,
Arthur.
Arthur. Thank you. It's two A names.
It's 2 A's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the same.
Just sort of like
And it's my character.
in a kind of sort of like faux apologetic, but mostly just sort of like remember to get to the bottom of that question. I still want to know the answer.
Yeah.
And shambles a little, playing up his old manness. Kind of shambles off toward the bar with his cider.
What's a local like you doing in the main bar today, David?
Just chat up lines tonight. Right.
You look like much more of a snug type to me.
Please.
You said chat up line. I was like, I've got to do it. I'm sorry.
Villaging, schmoozing, and fitting in, please. Just try just not fitting into his boom hole.
Not my best set. By any stretch of the imagination.
One by one, you're being sent off to the bar. I think at this rate.
It's okay though. 6-1.
6-1. Okay.
Thank you, D4.
He rolls his eyes. He said, all the tables are taken when I got here. So, well, sounds like your foreign friends. Well, it sounds like he knows the deal anyway. I'm not being here long. Really.
Yeah, he's a bit upfront, but you know you can appreciate that. You know,
Can you?
Yeah, they're honest, straightforward, regular person. You know, like you and me, and of course Andy here. It's not right,
Andy, the postman, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, yeah, they're the man that brings my bills every month.
I mean, you're right. You understand I don't make them. I just deliver them.
That's true. My bird watching magazine hasn't arrived this month. It's late. Could you go check up at the post office for me to make sure it's not been lost somewhere?
Oh, of course I will.
Twitchers monthly.
Yeah, no. Of course I will. I can imagine missing out on your birding magazine will definitely make you twitchy. Yeah, I'll do it first thing in the morning. No problem at all.
If I don't get my daily dose of tits, then I just can't get by, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some great tits in that magazine.
I know, and who doesn't enjoy a good duck? So, but
I tell you what, hasn't someone got an owl badge? Would you like an owl badge, David?
Oh, is this from that group? Group's getting people to sign the petition.
Yeah, have you signed?
I mean, I'm told Sophie the barmaid enjoys a goose.
Maybe I can go and give her one later.
Sure, she'd appreciate it. Anyway, I know we've kind of approached this a bit clumsily. But I do want to say how desperately sorry, and honestly sad we were to hear about poor Hugo.
News travels fast, man? How do you know?
Well, as it turns out, we've been asked as sort of local experts to ask around a bit, see if we can help find out what happened to him.
Right. All three of you are local experts.
Well, in different things.
Yeah.
Andy here is our Morris Dancer expert.
I believe it when I see it.
And I'm very much undercover, so you won't be seeing it.
Do you prefer the stick, the bell, or the hanky?
Yes.
Mm. What's your American friend good at?
In the last few minutes, it's become apparent that he's particularly skilled at startlingly cruel openings to conversations.
It's perfectly appropriate.
This
This man is a criminal.
Have you shouted that from the queue? Perfectly appropriate.
I certainly did not yell, "This man is a criminal." No. But I want you to know that I don't feel any amount of remorse.
We would hope so.
Someone's going to stir the pot so you can strain it, you know?
Yeah.
Taking the Columbo approach. I like it.
It's this.
You even shambled off like Columbo.
Yeah.
But if I may ask, were you there when it happened?
Could you please roll a
Mhm.
villaging, schmoozing, gossip, or a sleuthing, police work, interrogate, please?
Yes. I'm going to go with the. Oh, I don't know. It's riskier, but I'm going to go with the villaging, schmoozing, interrogate. Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Villaging, sleuthing, police work, interrogate.
Sleuthing, police work, interrogate. Yes, sorry, right. Because.
As you're sat there, by the way, the door to the kitchen swings open and an exquisite shepherd's pie is brought out to the table next to you, and you get the smell of the lamb wafting across, and a goulash for the person next to them.
Nice.
No, complete failure. Sorry.
Yeah.
My best was a 3.
He frowns at you somewhat, a bit like, well, it's really hard to answer questions right now. I don't know if you've ever had a really good friend die, where you're talking to them one minute, and we went outside. There was the parade, the extravagant hat parade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know it, right? We all went outside to It Comes Past, and it's tradition is you'll go out and you chuck stuff and try and knock the hats off people's heads.
Yeah.
They don't let the kids do it. The kids have to stop by them. They're not allowed to be part of the parade, and then wasn't allowed back in. Just told
Right.
that he was dead. What do you do with that information? You know.
Yeah. When just a few minutes earlier, you'd been chatting with him and having a good time.
But it was just the way it happened. It was just so sudden, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Suspicious. He was so healthy. Young man.
No, sorry, I was you and to Luke. As this is happening, gauging the reception of our party. Ken Arthur, he'll look to Thistle and he'll say, Thistle, best manners, Thistle, best manners. And that's his cue for training to make himself as cute as possible. And to try and start rubbing up against the person who's looking particularly sad at this moment, in my mind, anyway.
Beagles are pretty irresistible.
That's true.
There's
Those big puppy dog eyes.
Farming, working, dog handling, please.
It's the only time they're still, really, is when they make themselves still to look at you, make their eyes as big as possible.
It takes all their energy to get those eyes big.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 1s and a 5.
Oh, fabulous!
Ooh, look at you.
Upgrade your boon, please.
Ooh. I believe that is now a D4.
So remember that you can trade in your boons at any one time. It will go back to 0. No boons, of course, but you can use a D4 at any time when you want to add to it. He sort of leans down and looks to you as if to offer like a "may I?" And then
Please.
scratches at Thistle's belly and his chin and rubs an ear. Seems to soften a little bit at that point. It's a beautiful dog.
Thanks. Friends are hard to come by, I think, at this particular moment in time. Did Hugo have any enemies?
Hugo was loved, but did you hear the in a recent poll, Morris dancers were the second most admired profession in the whole of Southbourne.
That is what we heard. Yes.
I might have been behind ventriloquist, maybe. Something like that. People loved him. Like, trying to think, what could have happened? Like, there was he was talking to that cricket lad, I suppose, before we left. I think he was the last one he was talking to. The big lad that was he was in with the visiting team. So I don't know.
Do you remember anyone else in the bar? Who was there?
Well, we'd all turned up, of course. Southbourne Morris had turned up. We just finished our set. There was the cricketer lad. There was that girl that was trying it on with Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvie, the LeBlanc girl,
Yeah.
I know my wife's good friends with her mum, Millie. She was there. A load of locals, to be honest, load of locals.
Mum or just Millie? No, Sylvie.
Sylvie was there. The mum wasn't there. It's not Millie's scene.
No, of course not.
Oh, he's back with drinks.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Takes it off you. He's softened a little bit with the dog, He's and he takes it off you with almost a smile.
Yeah, he was. I would say that definitely Bob was trying to gauge the new room before he headed back, and he has better hearing than he looks like he does. He actually does wear earplugs when he plays the organ.
Nice.
With their flesh tones, you can't really tell.
You gotta protect.
Keeping it cool.
Protect those ears.
Well, but then, you know, it's difficult. I've been at Southbourne Morris with Hugo for years and years. You know, we've played all around Southbourne. We've played into the towns and villages outside, the nearby ones. Go to different festivals and up by the Stones. You know, for those times a year. Oh, Delta Green. Delta Green's good, Max. We played Delta Green a long time ago. I like Delta Green. We've, yeah, I think sometimes Hugo isn't willing to take the chance, you know, try new things. We have like the same 10 or 12 things we play every year, you know, and I think we should play more. But he's in well with the places that we play, you know. And we'd had a decent start, had a decent crowd, and yeah, he was talking with the cricket chap, and we all went out to the Hats, and then Lenny McDuffie turned us away and said what had happened to us, the Morris crew, of course. Said he'd been murdered, that something horrible had happened, that something wasn't right, you know. And then I got the beer bus back and got back here.
God, that must have been a crappy ride on the beer bus after receiving that news.
It stinks on that bus.
Yeah.
That also.
Everyone's so damn happy. That attitude, you know, the set in his ways type. That must frustrate some people, you know, internally within the troop. Any newcomers must find that a bit difficult. I understand it. It's tradition, isn't it?
Morris dancing has a long and glorious history. It's been part of the fabric of this country for a very, very, very long time. And there are traditions and rules you follow, and there's festivals and events that you want to go to. You know, you want to be part of May Day, you want to be in the solstice, you want to be at any beer and hop festival. Anything with writers, you know, we've had so many in Southbourne, you know, up at the Stones, we'll dance by the house there. But I always felt that there could be more, and a few of us always felt that we could do more. But Hugo's busy, isn't he, with his bell ringing and stuff, and I feel like sometimes he was having to split his loyalties, wasn't he, I suppose.
Was it just Morris dancing and bell ringing? You mentioned the cricket chap. Does he play cricket?
Oh, Hugo, no. He's double bells, isn't he? He's bells in his ankles and bells in the spire, you know.
Wow.
But sometimes, you know, it means that certain days of the week we couldn't practice, couldn't play, but it is what it is. And I guess with him gone, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do we carry on? Do we find a replacement? Oh, it's too early to tell. Too early to think about it.
And Bob will kind of, you know, turn his drink a little, and then he'll like clap his knees, you know, like old men do. Gonna head to the restroom, and Bob will get up and head back to the restroom to search it.
Search the restroom. Very dangerous.
Yeah, isn't it?
Wow.
There's a lot of young men in there right now, Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
And you know, during the weekend beer festival. Yep.
You know, I'm sorry. Aside from also like being in mostly cool weather, I've also mostly used single person uses the bathroom lately. I apologize. I forgot that there were bathrooms that existed that had more than 3 toilets in them.
Some of these pub urinals, they go on for miles.
Yeah, a big long trough.
The problem is that some people think they go back for miles as well.
You're
I didn't
not
say every
wrong.
bathroom I've been in was nice. All right. So no, never mind. Scratch that. He does not do any of that. He just sits there quietly. Thank you for the reminder of the real world, which is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. Right now,
Sorry.
every single toilet in pubs in Southbourne is for the men's is foul. You're going in there to go, and that's it. The street's probably better for it.
I haven't had to use a pub bathroom in 13 years, and I'm just so happy about that.
I like to think that Arthur catches like a little glimpse of a thought in your eye at that moment, and just says, "Well, why do you think I wore a kilt?"
And then like a disdainful twitch of the nose, and then
Yeah.
David looks up at the three of you. So he's drained his pint. He says, "If you don't mind, I'm heading back home."
Well, unless anyone else has got anything to add in, David, your back's against the wall. Who's your money on? It's suspicious, right?
Sleuthing, police work, interrogate, or villaging, schmoozing, gossip, or fitting in?
Thank you. I shall take the sleuthing route, seeing as I only have fitting in the other. That's 2 2s, a 4 and a 5.
Oh.
2 2s is good.
It doesn't work well when it's not my double-sided d6s that are d12s that I can just pick up and hold. It's much easier.
Is my money on?
Well,
who was there with him? Lenny McDuffie, the landlord. And he had to go change the drink, didn't he?
Any other connection to Hugo?
Hugo's been drinking there quite often. He likes it because it's not a place he rings bells. You know, he rings bells in the other 2 villages, so he likes to pop up to Waltham Bridge for a drink. Or that cricket lad. Suddenly took a big interest, don't know why. Out of town, I can't trust out of towners, can you?
No.
I'm so glad Bob took tell on that.
I was listening for it.
At this stage.
He's been in town 40 years. It's like that. He caught it, but it didn't matter.
Oh, that's not cool. Well, I feel as though I'm sick of the sound of my own voice, so I've got nothing else. I would look to Bob and Andy.
Well,
oh, you know who else was there? Ashley, Joey Wilson.
That name rings a bell. Who's that?
He's part of the Southbourne Campanologists. He come in.
Right.
He come into the Brewers Tap when we were in there. Looked proper miserable and angry, grumpy about it. Don't know. He came and chat with Hugo about something. I don't know.
Yeah. And you're saying he looked angry even for a campanologist?
Yeah, he looked grumpy and hungover and angry. He works at Peddler's Peloton.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
I'd be angry as well, dealing with bikers all the time.
Yeah, I think me too. That would drive me right up the wall.
It's interesting though. We haven't heard that. Have we heard that?
No, I think that's the first we've heard of it.
Thanks, David.
That's all right.
And he'll look over to Bob.
I'm so sorry for the loss of your friend. I know it must be very difficult.
Roll a snooping gut feeling for me, please.
Oh.
Sorry, every time I switch off this screen, it drops the internet. Okay. Just a moment. Nothing.
He sort of half holds his pint up to you. He says, "Yeah." And then he sort of slams it down and grabs his little bag and nods to you all and wanders out onto the street past the crowd of people. And that is where we're going to finish for the evening.
Okay.
We have
somber
had
moment.
A somber
some
moment.
rolls tonight.
That's been,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. It's either been absolutely glorious or absolutely disastrous, seems to be the
It has,
theme of
yeah.
the day.
Very
Oh
much
yeah,
so,
it doesn't matter. I've already decided who it is.
It is now 5 o'clock, by the way. I think 50 minutes probably covers that whole
Okay.
period of time.
Like 4 hours. We haven't even had a cold plate.
Well, there was a delicious sounding shepherd's pie.
It was.
We are also the only group that will take longer in real time to play out. What is going on in game time, right? Surely.
That's the truth.
Mhm. That's fair.
Yeah,
But it was
definitely true.
much enjoyable. Thanks, everyone.
Yes, yes. Thank you, everyone. But thank you, Luke. It's fun to wend our way through the villages and be very silly for a while.
I like getting to play Crass Old Man, who is very sneaky, but like also reserves that right to not be.
I enjoy watching you play a grass old man. That's that right. It's good fun.
You're sliding into it far too easily for my liking.
Sorry. Shouldn't be so fun to play with.
Right, I suppose we'd better get our freak on and head out for the evening.
Yes,
That
yes. That seems to be the right kind of time, doesn't it?
Thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you, the viewers. Throwhouse, if you're still here, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for popping in, bringing a little posse and hanging around. Appreciate that a lot. And to anyone else, thank you. We'll be back next week with Friday night. I think we're all around for Traveller, are we?
I believe so.
Yes, it's the week after you're not, isn't it?
The week after I'm not about you.
Yes, so we'll Traveller and something else next week. Let's keep the role play flag a flying. Thanks, guys. We'll see you all soon.
Good night.
Good night.